Hello everyone. In this session I am going to talk about string handlings in C. So do you know what is an array? Array is a collection of elements, homogeneous elements which are stored in a consecutive memory locations. So the main important term here is homogeneous. That means you can put any type of data elements in an array, but the thing is that whatever you are putting inside one particular array, all the elements should have same nature. So if you want to input integer values in an array, then it is compulsory that all the elements present in that particular array should contain integer values. So similarly, if you want to input character elements in an array, then it is necessary that all the elements present in that particular array should contain character elements only. So this is the important factor. That means array is a collection of homogeneous elements and these elements are stored in a consecutive memory locations. Hope you recollect whatever I have told, whatever I have conveyed in my last video related to arrays. So let us start with a string. So what is a string? A string is a one-dimensional array of characters. We are talking about a one-dimensional array and the elements which are present in that array is a list of characters. Okay, it is a collection of character elements. So do you know? So that means a string. This string is a character type array. Okay, so it is whole and this array is a one-dimensional. We are talking about one-dimensional array and all the elements present in that array is of character data type. So you know what is the syntax of a initializing an array. The syntax is you have to specify the data type, then the identity with the size factor. So hope you recollect that syntax when we talked about simple array. That is you have to provide the data type and you have to provide the identity and with the size factor. So this is how you are going to declare an array. So in case of the character array also you have to do like that. So what will be the syntax? You have to specify the character, char data type, and suppose the name of the array is str, then you have to specify the size of your array. Okay. So that means this array, this syntax is going to allocate an character array of 5 locations. Okay, of 5 locations. The numbering here is the index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and this tree str is the variable name of your array. This is the array name and this array name is holding a value which is giving you the starting address of your array. It holds the base address of your array. Suppose the base address here is 100. So what it indicates, this string array value variable will be holding 100. So it is holding the 100, that is the base address of this array. Okay. So in the case of character array, what you have to understand, when you are specifying 5, the size 5, you are not supposed to enter all the you are not supposed to fill all the cells with your elements. Okay, that means you can specify only up to 4th index only. You can specify up to 4th cell with your data and the last cell will be containing the null factor. Okay, so suppose you want to put Hari here, Hari you want to put. Okay, so then the last cell will be containing the null value. So whenever you want to indicate, you have to always give a space larger than the required space for your string. That means if your string, if your data contains 6 characters, then you have to occupy, then you have to request for 7 cells, so that the last cell should indicate the null character, should be allocated for holding the null value. Okay, and the rest of the cells will be holding the data elements. So this is how the syntax of a character array follows. Okay, so now suppose how you are going to declare or initialize your character array. This is the next question. So let us see one more example. Suppose you have a character array and the string is s1 and your size of your string is s6 and you want to you can initialize your character array like this. RAJIN. Okay, RAJIN. This is the element that you want to enter in your array. So how you are going to indicate this will be like this. So how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you have allocated 6 locations. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total you this means 6 locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locations. Okay. And suppose the value you have entered is RAJIN, and the last value will be the null value. Okay, and this S1 will be holding the base address of this array. Suppose the base address of this array is 200. So what will be the value present here? It will be 200. Okay, so this is what this 200 or what this variable known as this variable is known as internal pointer. The variable which points to some some addresses of other element, it is known as pointer. So in C supports 2 types of pointers. Internal pointers are there and external pointers are there. So this is an internal pointer example. Okay, so this S1 is an internal pointer. It is acting as a internal pointer. Okay, so and the next way you can also initialize your character array with the elements one by one. Okay, character wise you can also initialize. Suppose the next string is S2 and you have 4. So you can set like this. Okay, oh, like this. You can give individual characters to your array. So this one, this like this. Okay, so what will be the representation? This is your S2 and you have allocated 4 cells, 0, 1, 2, 3, and in the first cell O is coming, in the second cell N is coming, in the third cell E is coming, and in the last cell it is the null character. Okay, and this S2 variable will be holding the base address of this array, and suppose the base address of this array is 300. So what will be the base address here? The value present in S2 will be 300. That means it is pointing to this array, and the starting address of this array is present in the array variable S2, character array variable S2. It is acting as an internal pointer. Now the next question is what is the size required, or that means what this cell, how much bytes it required for holding a character value. So in case of the array which holds integer values, we have seen that each cell is requiring 4 bytes of memory locations, 4 bytes of memory location. In the earlier processors it was 2 bytes, and in the recent processors, in the new processors, what is the size? It is 4 bytes needed. Okay, but in case of the character array, each cell is needed. Each cell needs only 1 byte of memory location. Okay, so that means the first base address of the cell's first address is given in this location, in this variable. So this is 300, then what will be this address? This is 301, this will be 302, and this will be 303. Okay, so this is that means the number of bytes required by each memory location for holding the character value is 1 byte. Hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us see how you are going to read elements from the console. How you are going to read elements from the console. Let us see that. So when you are doing the reading operation, reading operation in case of array, what you are doing? You are going to use the iterations. You are going to use iteration. But in case of the character array, you are not going to include any iterators. Instead of that, you are going to use a specific program which is known as format specifier, and it is a %S. Okay, it is your format specifier in string. Format specifier. Okay, and this %S, this format specifier is a program which helps you to read and write contents in the string array character array, which helps in reading and writing elements. Reading and writing of elements into and from the character array. Okay, and since we are using this %s format specifier, your string character array is not going to use any iterators. No iterators are used. Iterators means what? It is a loop. Okay. So let us see. I will be just rewinding a small portion which I took in the last video. So when you are going to take 5 elements from the user, 5 integer value from the user, what you are going to do, what you are going to write as a program in your program. So you will be writing like this: hash include, your standard library function will be there, and main, and you are declaring your array. So suppose your array is int and the array is arr, and suppose the size of array is 5. Okay, now what you are going to do, you are going to write a printf statement. Printf enter 5 elements, enter 5 elements. Okay, and now what you have to do, you are using a iteration. So that means you are using one loop. So here you are using for loop. Okay, so suppose you are also having an I also there. So I is equals to 0 and this I is less than 5, and this I will be incremented after each iteration. So in the curly loop of this for loop, what you are writing? You are writing scanf. Okay, you are writing scanf for reading the element from the console. Okay, so for scanf, what you are writing? You are giving the format specifier as %d. Why? Because you are going to get integer value from the user. Okay, so you are writing like this, and what you are writing, what is the format of getting the data from your console? You have to specify the index where you want to get the new value stored, and for specifying the index, what you are providing here, you are including a special symbol here which is known as ampersand. So this special symbol is what? This special symbol indicates the address of the location where you want to put your new value in the array. So this is so suppose this is our code, and what is happening? So in the console, what happens? Suppose this is your console. This is your console. So first initialized array 5. So you have been initialized, allocated, and array is there with 5 size. Okay, the array indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the name of array is arr, and this array is holding the address of this array. Okay, this array variable is holding the address of this array, and suppose the base address of this array is 1000. Okay, and what will be the value present here? It will be 1000. Okay, now so when this statement is executed, this happens. Okay, and after that one integer variable is there, I, which is acting as a counter variable. Now the next statement is printf statement. So whatever you have written in the double quotation, it will come as such on your console. So what will be coming here when you are writing this program, when you are running this program? Enter 5 elements. Okay, and what is the value of I is 0. Okay, and 0 is less than 5, the condition is true, so it enters here. So what is this? Ampersand arr of 0. So arr of 0 means what? Arr of this. ARR of this location. Okay, it is indicating this location, and then ampersand indicates it has to give you the address of that index. And what is the address of that index? It is 1000. So scanf, that means read the element from the user side, from the input device, and place that element in the address 1000. Okay, so suppose the element you have entered, the user entered a new value, and that is 10, and it has been stored in this location 1000. Next time you have to point to this location, so you have to increment the I value, and now next time I becomes 1. So what it will be there? I will be the ampersand of array of 1. So what is it indicating? So since what will be the address here? This will be 1004, this will be 1008, this will be 1012 and this will be 1016. Why? Because each cell in the array requires 4 bytes of memory locations. Okay, so what is ampersand of array of 1? It is 1004. That means you have to get the value from the input device and store it at the location 1004. So suppose the user enters 20, so this 20 will be placed here in this 1004 memory location. Likewise, the user will be giving rest of the values and all these values will be placed here. So this is how the reading happens in case of an integer array. Now let us see how reading happens in case of a character array. Okay. So as I told you, this character array is not going to use any iteration. So let us see how it is going to get the elements from the user side without using iterators. So suppose our character array is character string and the size of array is 5. Okay, the size of array is 5. Now what do you have to do? So this next what you have to print up, you have to write enter the string. Enter the string. Okay, now scanf will be used for reading the elements which you are entering through input device. So %s like this, and you have to give the character array name only. Okay, and this and you are closing the main cell. So what happens? So in the cell you are not providing any ampersand symbol, you are not providing any index value here. Why it is so? Why it is so? Okay, so why? Because when you are running the program, suppose this is your console, when you are running the program, what it comes on the screen? Enter the string. Okay, now and the size you have specified here is this 5. That means this 5 a memory allocation has been done, and you have this memory locations allocated for this array string. Okay, and the size of this array is 5, and suppose the starting value of this array is 3000. So this 3000 will be here, and this is pointing to this array. And what will be the next address? This will be 3001, this will be 3002, 3003, and this will be 3004. Okay, so why? Because each cell in the character array requires only 1 byte of memory location, memory space. Okay. Now, in case of the array where integer values are stored, you know very well how many elements you want to enter into your array. Because of that only, you have mentioned in the last example, in the printf statement, enter 5 elements. That means you know how many elements you are supposed to enter into your array. So you are allocating that much of space for that integer array, and that much of space are needed for holding the values of 5 elements. Okay, so but in case of the string, you don't know what will be the length of the string a user is going to give you. Suppose maximum you are suppose you are providing here 20. So what will be the size here? Up to 19 it will be going. Okay, up to 0 to 19, and you are giving enter the string. You cannot have you seen anywhere that you are getting a message on the screen, enter a string which contains 5 characters, enter your name containing 5 characters? No, you are getting the message only on the screen like this, enter your name, enter the string, like that. So you don't know how many characters are present in the string. Okay, so suppose we are presenting this enter the string comes, and the user is providing this value Raji. So what happens? R will come here, this R will be coming here, and R will be stored here. Next A is coming here and A is stored here. Next J comes here and J stored here. And next I comes here and I is stored here. After that, what you will do? After typing the Raji on the, when you have run the program and when the message came, enter the string, what you have entered? You have entered Raji. And after that, you have given the enter symbol, enter. So what happens? In the last, it will be placing. Whenever the enter is hit by the user, it is going to put the null character on the next cell. So there it will stop. Okay, it will stop reading the element from the input device. Hope this is clear to all of you. Now, if suppose when you are going to print Raji, and in this case printf, you want to get the printf. So what you have to do? You have to do write like this. The name is %s. Okay, and string. This way. So the name is on the console, it will print like this. The name is string. So it will read one by one, R, A, J, I, and it will stop reading, it will stop printing when it reaches the null character. So on the screen you will find this much only. The name is Raji. Hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, so how the elements are read into a character array and how the elements are read into an integer array. Okay, so in case of a string array, what happens? In case of the reading and writing, these string characters are not going to use iterators. So now let us take another example where you are going to give a paragraph. You want to enter paragraph. Okay, you want to read a paragraph. So what you have to do? When you are doing this, what happens? When the user is going to click the enter, it is stop reading the element from the input side. It will put null value at the next location in the array. Okay, in the character array. And suppose you want to read paragraphs. What you have to do? You have to use another function known as a getS function. Okay, getS function. So let us see how it works. GetS function. So in the scanf, it is reading only one word. In case of this scanf, it reads only one word. Okay. And so when you want to do when you want to read more than one word, so what you have to do? Instead of this scanf function, you have to use getS function. Okay. So more than one words can be read. So for that purpose, you can use getS. And you have to write str, the string name only. Okay. So this will be written like this. So when you are on the console, when it comes, enter the string. Enter the string. Suppose the user is providing this string, Raji space Nair. So this space will be taken and this Nair also will be taken and enter. Okay, so now in the next sentence, if you are writing printf, so the name is string. So you can see on the console what you will be get, Raji Nair. Okay, like this. Hope this is clear to all of you. Okay. Now let us see. Now, so in the next videos, I will be talking about string functions. Different string functions are used in string which are supported by C, and for using that string functions, you have to include a header file, a separate header file for that. Okay, and that is string.h. This string.h contains so many n number of predefined functions which are used for different operations performed in character arrays. Okay, in strings. So we will see some examples related to that in next videos. So hope this much is clear to you about the basic concepts related to the arrays of containing character elements. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you so much.